just like to say, friends, trust in God. Trust in God. Friends, it's the only answer. It's the only answer for our world today is to trust in God. We cannot put our trust in man. We cannot put our trust in institutions. We cannot put our trust in politicians. We cannot put our trust in the fact that things might change. We cannot put our trust or our hope in the fact that the narrative is crumbling. We've got to put our trust in God. God alone. He is the only one who is going to rescue. He is our rescue. He is our fortress. He is our deliverer. And friends, we've really got to come up to a place in God where we have absolute faith in Him. Absolute faith in Him to keep us from stumbling, keep us from falling, keep us from putting our trust in worthless things. Friends, don't put your trust in worthless things. Let's not put our trust in anything else, because that is idolatry. It's adultery. It's adulterating ourselves. Friends, the system of this world is intrinsically evil. The devil is the ruler of this world. Jesus isn't, the devil is. The devil has jurisdiction until Christ returns. So, this world is intrinsically evil to the core. Do we really have a revelation of the utter depravity and evil that is in this world? Do we really have a revelation of how wicked our world actually is? That's why Jesus had to come and die. That's why the Son of God had to come and die for our sin, because we are so wicked. We are so evil. Friends, this world is spiralling headlong into all that has been prophesied. Let's not think for a minute that somehow things are going to get better. This isn't what God wants for us. God doesn't want us to be hoping things to get better. He wants us to be hoping in Him. Where we can sit there and say, you know what, if the world completely crumbles, I know that you are my refuge. I know that you are my rock, my fortress. Many people can't cope with the fact that our world is spiralling into chaos. And so they look for answers outside of trusting in God. They look for answers. Friends, trust in God. You've got to trust in God. The church doesn't do it. So much of the church has not trusted in God. They say they do, but they don't. They've proven it by listening to the diabolical leadership of our world, listening to Boris Johnson and listening to Joe Biden and listening to Draghi and listening to Klaus Schwab or Bill Gates, or all of these leaders who are in this for their own benefit. They're in it for their own benefit. Friends, they want to take our world into their idea of the future. A world that is dominated by technology, and where people have some kind of a symbiotic relationship. It's already started, friends. We already use our phones. Already can't be without them. That is the beginning of that relationship. It's time, friends, for us to wake up, to not trust in anything, not to trust in politicians, not to trust in institutions, not to trust in any leader, but to only trust in God. He's the only one, friends. He's the only one who is going to give us everything that we need. If we don't trust in him, friends, he cannot do it. He cannot do it. It's a deal. It's a deal. We trust, he gives us everything. And friends, if you don't think you're trusting, call out to God and say, God, I want to trust. I want to trust in you with all of my heart, and I don't want to lean on my own understanding. In all my ways, I want to acknowledge you, and you will direct my path. He directed Moses' path. He directed him to the Red Sea. God wanted to direct Moses to a place where it was obvious that God had delivered. Friends, trust in God to lead you to a place where it might look like you are totally blocked, where you are totally despairing, because in that place it is only God that will deliver you. And friends, even if you don't get delivered, even if you die, don't bow. Don't bow. Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, they refused to bow, and they said, even if God does not deliver us, we won't bow to you. We won't bow to anyone else. Job, everything was taken from him. His wife said, curse God and die. Job refused. Should I expect any good from God? He refused. Friends, are we going to refuse to bow? Are we going to refuse to trust? Because trusting and hoping is bowing. It's bowing. Let's not bow to the system of this world. Let's not bow to the Babylonian Empire. Let's not bow to the antichrist who says, I'll give you this and you can eat. I'll give you this and you can buy. Because that's where this is all headed, right here, right now. We are witnessing it in real time. People cannot buy unless they have the QR code. Unless they have the QR code. And people say, no book of Revelation here, move on. When on earth is it going to be the book of Revelation for those people? I don't think it ever will be, friends. So my message today is to trust. Trust God. Don't lean on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, friends, and he will direct you. Trust in God alone. Ask God to help you. If you don't know whether you're doing it or not, ask God and he will direct you. He will help you. Trust in him, friends. There is coming a time where we will have to rely solely upon God. The hope of a crumbling narrative, the hope of a day getting better will diminish. It will go away, friends, and we will be left only with our faith. So God bless you, friends. Come into a place right now and God will give you everything that you need. But God bless you. Love you always, and I'll speak to you again another time.